Welcome to our channel, where today we tackle one of the most profound and enduring mysteries: what came before God? The question no one can answer. This age-old inquiry has challenged philosophers, theologians, and scientists for centuries. In this video, we journey through ancient wisdom, theological debates, scientific theories, and modern reflections to explore the origins of divinity and existence itself. Prepare to delve into ideas that push the boundaries of time and belief, inviting you to question not only what you know about creation, but also how you understand the very nature of being. Before time began its relentless march, before space stretched into the infinite, before matter swirled into stars and galaxies, what was there? Nothing. Or something so profound, so unfathomable, that it defies even the boldest human imagination? This question, the one that asks what existed before existence itself, has haunted philosophers, scientists, and theologians for millennia. If everything must have a cause, then what caused the universe? And if the answer is God, then what came before God? Modern science offers its own startling insights. The Big Bang theory tells us that everything we know began as a singularity, an incomprehensibly dense point where time, space, and matter didn't yet exist. But that leaves us with a paradox: if time itself began with the Big Bang, then the very idea of before becomes meaningless. Yet science doesn't close the mystery, it deepens it. Quantum physics reveals a strange and unpredictable reality, where particles can emerge spontaneously from what seems like nothing, governed by probabilities rather than certainties. Could our universe have emerged from such a quantum fluctuation? The answer remains elusive. But one thing is certain: the deeper we look, the more mysterious the origins of everything become. Are quantum fluctuations the ultimate answer? Or is there something beyond, a force or being that transcends even the strange rules of reality? Philosophy takes a different path, asking, why is there something rather than nothing? Some argue that the universe must have a necessary cause, something timeless, spaceless, and self-existent, needing no creation. Could this be God? Or does this simply push the question further into an endless chain of paradoxes? And what about spirituality? Ancient traditions speak of creation emerging from the void, birthed from the infinite potential of a divine source. From the cosmic OM of Hinduism to the biblical idea of creatio ex nihilo, these perspectives have echoed through time, resonating even with modern physics. In this video, we're diving into one of the deepest mysteries of all, through the lenses of cosmology, philosophy, and theology. Not to offer simple answers, but to awaken curiosity, challenge assumptions, and spark a deeper connection to the cosmos itself. We're not here to give final answers, we're here to ask the biggest questions and explore the possibilities. Every story has a beginning. The story of our universe begins with what scientists call the Big Bang, an event that took place 13.8 billion years ago. In an instant, everything, space, time, matter, and energy, burst into existence from an unimaginably tiny point. Reality itself unfolded, expanding into the vast cosmos we see today. But here's where things get truly bizarre. According to the Big Bang theory, time itself began with that explosion. Before that moment, there was no time, no space, nothing. That means the very idea of before the Big Bang doesn't make sense in the way we usually think about time. So, if time didn't exist, what could have caused the Big Bang? How could something come from nothing? This is where things get mind-bending. Some scientists look to quantum physics for answers. In the quantum world, particles can appear and disappear seemingly out of nowhere, defying our common-sense understanding of reality. It's as if the universe plays by an entirely different set of rules at the smallest scales. Could this strange quantum behavior hold the key to our universe's origins? Could our universe have popped into existence from a quantum fluctuation, a random burst of energy from an invisible quantum field? Some scientists think so. But even this so-called nothing isn't truly nothing. Instead, it's more like a hidden sea of potential, brimming with energy, just waiting to manifest. Others take the idea even further with the concept of the multiverse. Imagine that our universe isn't the only one. Instead, there could be countless other universes, each with its own laws, realities, and possibilities. In this view, our universe is just one in an endless chain of cosmic bubbles, born, expanding, and eventually fading, while new ones continuously emerge. It sounds like science fiction, but these ideas are serious scientific possibilities. And yet, for all their depth and complexity, they still leave us with the ultimate question: why does anything exist at all? Even the most advanced theories stop short of explaining where the fundamental laws of nature come from, or why the multiverse, if it exists, was there in the first place. In a way, science doesn't eliminate mystery, it magnifies it. The Big Bang tells us how the universe began, but it's silent on why. Quantum physics dazzles us with its strange and unpredictable rules, yet it doesn't solve the deeper riddle of existence itself. So, where does that leave us? The deeper we look, the more the mystery grows. Science is incredible at explaining how things happen. But when we ask why anything exists at all, we step into the realm of philosophy, a place where formulas and experiments give way to deep, fundamental questions. One of the oldest and most profound questions in philosophy is: why is there something rather than nothing? Look around, everything you see, from planets and stars to mountains and even yourself, exists. But none of it had to exist. These are what philosophers call contingent things, things that exist, but only because something else caused them to. But if everything in the universe is contingent, dependent on something else, then what started it all? Could there be something that doesn't rely on anything else? A kind of ultimate foundation for reality? This idea has been debated for centuries. Philosopher Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz argued that there must be something beyond the universe that explains its existence, a necessary being. Unlike everything else, this being wouldn't need a cause. It wouldn't just be another part of the universe, it would be the very foundation of existence itself. But could such a thing exist? And if so, what is it? As we go deeper, the mystery only grows. Philosophers have long debated a fundamental question: if everything has a cause, what caused the universe? One answer comes from the Kalam cosmological argument, which states that everything that begins to exist must have a cause. Since the universe had a beginning, it must have been caused by something beyond space, time, and matter, something timeless and eternal. This leads to a stunning conclusion: perhaps there is an uncaused cause, a force or being that set everything into motion but was never itself created, because it always was. And this is where many people get stuck, asking, if everything needs a cause, then who created God? But according to philosophical reasoning, that's the wrong kind of question. A necessary being, by definition, doesn't need a cause. Unlike everything in the universe that comes into existence and eventually fades away, it exists outside the chain of causes and effects. Asking what caused it is like asking, what's north of the North Pole? It's simply not the kind of thing that needs a beginning. Interestingly, these ideas aren't just found in Western philosophy. Ancient traditions have long spoken of an eternal, formless source from which everything arises. In Hindu philosophy, for example, there is Brahman, the ultimate reality that exists beyond time and space. Could these ancient insights align with modern philosophical and scientific reasoning? The deeper we look, the more the mystery unfolds. In Taoism, the Tao is described as the invisible force that flows through everything, a source that cannot be seen or grasped, yet is always present. What's fascinating is how these ancient ideas align with modern philosophy. Whether you call it the necessary being, the uncaused cause, or the infinite source, the message remains the same: something exists beyond the physical universe, something that doesn't need a cause because it exists beyond time and space. A timeless reality, always present, without beginning or end. These philosophical perspectives don't give us simple answers, but they open a profound new way of seeing the world. Perhaps the real question isn't what came before the universe, but rather, what exists outside of time altogether. And from here, we step into the realm of spiritual teachings, ideas that have wrestled with this mystery for thousands of years. While science and philosophy offer powerful tools to explore existence, spiritual traditions provide their own insights into the origins of everything. Across cultures and throughout history, these teachings point to something eternal and formless, a source beyond time and space. But what exactly is it? The search for answers continues. Some truths seem to transcend human understanding. In Christian theology, there's the concept of creatio ex nihilo, creation from nothing. It teaches that God, existing beyond time, space, and matter, brought everything into being through sheer divine will. This wasn't a physical process, but the ultimate act of calling existence out of non-existence, a moment that defies all human concepts of cause and effect. In this view, God is the uncreated creator, the foundation of reality itself. Surprisingly, ancient Eastern philosophies echo a similar idea. In Hinduism, Brahman is described as the ultimate reality, pure existence, infinite and eternal. Everything in the universe arises from Brahman, yet it remains unchanged and beyond the physical world. It's not a being with form, but the very essence of existence itself, the unshakable foundation of all that is. Taoist philosophy speaks of something just as profound. The Tao is the unseen source and flow of everything in the universe. It cannot be grasped, named, or controlled, yet it is always there, guiding the natural order in silence. Taoism teaches that the greatest truths aren't found in trying to control or fully understand reality, but in learning to align with this mysterious and eternal force. Despite their differences, these traditions point to something beyond time and space, an unchanging, infinite source behind all existence. But what does this mean for us? And how do we begin to understand something that exists beyond our very concepts of reality? The journey of discovery continues. These ancient teachings aren't just abstract ideas, they echo some of the most cutting-edge discoveries in quantum physics. Scientists studying reality on the smallest scales have found that the universe is deeply interconnected, unpredictable, and sometimes beyond logical explanation. Some thinkers suggest that the ancient concept of an unseen force guiding existence isn't so different from the quantum fields and hidden dimensions that modern physics is only beginning to explore. Then, there's the idea of God, not as a distant being in the sky, but as pure consciousness. An infinite awareness that pervades everything. This idea aligns with modern philosophical theories like panpsychism, which suggests that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain, but an inherent part of the universe itself. If that's true, then what we call God might not be separate from reality, it could be the very consciousness in which the universe unfolds. For thousands of years, spiritual traditions have described creation as something far more than a physical process. Instead, they see it as a reflection of divine intelligence, an unfolding expression of something far greater than we can comprehend. Could science and spirituality be two sides of the same mystery? The search for answers continues. Whether it's called God, Brahman, the Tao, or pure consciousness, the message is the same: reality is deeper and more mysterious than it seems. What's truly striking is how these ancient ideas often align with modern scientific discoveries. While science and spirituality may seem like opposites, they might just be different ways of describing the same truth. Both invite us to step beyond the surface of what we think we know, to glimpse a deeper understanding of existence itself. Perhaps the question isn't just what came before the universe, but rather, what has always been here, timeless, infinite, woven into the very fabric of reality. There is no edge to existence, no final boundary where the mystery ends. It flows through everything, the stars above, the unseen forces around us, and even the thoughts moving through your mind right now. This mystery isn't something to solve, it's something to experience. It breathes through every moment of your life, whispering that you are far more connected to the cosmos than you've ever imagined. You were never separate. The same force that gave birth to galaxies moves through you, shaping every experience, every heartbeat, every spark of thought. And that might be the greatest mystery of all. It's not distant or unreachable, it's already within you, always present, quietly waiting to be remembered. As we continue this journey together, it's not about finding all the answers, it's about feeling that connection more deeply, letting it transform the way you see the world and your place in it. This community exists because we share that hunger, not just for knowledge, but for something real. Something that speaks to that deeper part of us that refuses to settle for surface-level explanations. We're not just curious seekers, we're explorers of reality itself. With every conversation, every idea shared, we help each other expand what's possible. So, please, join us and subscribe to our channel. The journey doesn't end here, it never does. It's endless, just like the mystery we've stepped into. And together, we'll keep going further, deeper, wider, until the infinite feels like home. In the earliest civilizations, the origins of divine power were wrapped in myth and allegory. Ancient thinkers often saw the gods as inseparable from nature, a force emerging from primordial chaos rather than from a distinct act of creation. Myths from Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Greece speak of deities born from cosmic waters or eternal cycles, suggesting that the divine was not a singular beginning but an evolving part of nature's rhythm. These early interpretations challenged the notion of an uncaused creator, proposing instead that the mysterious, before, was a state of flux, a dynamic interplay between chaos and order. By questioning the very existence of a definitive beginning, ancient philosophies laid the groundwork for later debates that continue to fascinate us today. Modern theology wrestles with the concept of eternity, asserting that God exists beyond the constraints of time and space. For many believers, God is the uncaused cause, an eternal presence with no discernible beginning or end. Yet, this very idea leads to paradoxes. If God is timeless, how do we understand the notion of before? Theologians argue that human language and logic may be insufficient to capture the infinite nature of the divine. Sacred texts, interpreted through centuries of tradition, often present creation as an act that transcends temporal boundaries. This perspective invites us to embrace mystery, acknowledging that some questions may remain forever beyond human comprehension, even as they continue to inspire profound spiritual and intellectual inquiry. The scientific community has long sought to explain the origins of the universe through empirical inquiry, with the Big Bang theory serving as the prevailing model. This theory describes a singular explosive event that set the cosmos into motion, yet it leaves open the question of what, if anything, existed before. Some scientists propose that time itself may have begun at the Big Bang, making the concept of before irrelevant. Others explore ideas of a multiverse or quantum fluctuations, where different laws of physics might govern unseen realms. While science may not yet have all the answers, its pursuit of understanding forces us to reconsider the boundaries between empirical evidence and the metaphysical, blurring the lines between what is known and what remains an enigma. At its core, the question, what came before God, is not just about cosmic origins, it is a deeply personal inquiry into the nature of existence. This mystery invites each of us to reflect on our own place in the universe and the meaning we assign to life. How do we reconcile the idea of an eternal, uncaused force with our need for a beginning and an end? Such reflections can be both unsettling and liberating, prompting us to challenge our assumptions and embrace uncertainty. By confronting the unknown, we open ourselves up to new perspectives and insights, realizing that the journey toward understanding is as significant as any definitive answer. In grappling with these questions, we learn to value curiosity over certainty. Today, the dialogue between science, philosophy, and theology has never been more vibrant. Contemporary thinkers blend ancient wisdom with cutting-edge research to explore the timeless mystery of origins. This interdisciplinary approach reveals that the question, what came before God, is not a problem to be solved but an invitation to explore the vast tapestry of existence. Digital technology and modern cosmology provide fresh tools for investigating age-old queries, encouraging us to remain open-minded and inquisitive. Whether through academic debate, spiritual exploration, or scientific inquiry, modern interpretations remind us that every answer leads to new questions, fueling an eternal quest for meaning and truth. As we've seen, the question, what came before God, stretches the limits of human understanding. It challenges our perception of reality, urging us to engage with the mystery of existence itself. Whether through the lens of ancient mythology, theological doctrine, or modern science, this question pushes us to think beyond the confines of our everyday experiences. But, more importantly, it reminds us that there is beauty in not having all the answers. In a world that often feels driven by the need to know everything, some questions, like this one, are best appreciated for their power to ignite curiosity and wonder. Embrace the unknown, and let the search for understanding become a journey that shapes your worldview. Remember, the conversation doesn't stop here. We want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the question, what came before God? How do you approach the mysteries of the universe in your own life? Leave a comment below, and let's discuss.
Welcome to Blessovia Science TV, where we take you on an exhilarating journey through the cosmos and unravel the mysteries of science. We are excited to offer you the opportunity to become a valued member of our ever-growing community of cosmic enthusiasts and knowledge seekers. Exclusive access to cosmic content. As a member of Blessovia Science TV, you will gain exclusive access to a treasure trove of cosmic content, including documentaries, interviews with leading scientists, space missions updates, and awe-inspiring visualizations of the universe, live Q, and sessions with experts. Your membership will grant you the chance to participate in live Q and sessions with renowned scientists, astronomers, and space explorers. Get your burning questions answered by those who push the boundaries of human knowledge. Embark on a journey that spans the cosmos and join us in unraveling the secrets of the universe. Become a Blessovia Science TV member today, and together we will reach for the stars. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to leave your comment.